whatever, then, because we don't like to put patients in restraints, right? So if you're not there and they get up and hurt themselves, oh, that's bad. But we also have people, like we have a home care nurse, I believe, and you could be anywhere in the South Bay area. You just need to be accountable for where you are, right? So you're still in your work area. Number 22, violation of organization, safety, fire, disaster, and security rules. So we talked about those. A lot of it, there's two examples. One is the shark safety example where you're being grossly negligent about this. Now this following story actually happened, I think it only happened once, but I think it gives you an idea that we're not trying to set the bar too high. So we had a couple of folks in the sterile processing department a few years back, and it was kind of slow, I guess, and so they thought it would be a good idea to while away the moments by having a sword fight. Do you know what SPD does? They sterilize all the surgical equipment. And they were having a sword fight with two surgical probes, two unsterilized surgical probes. And one of them got poked in the derriere, which I guess is better than some places you get poked. Are you kidding me? HIV, hepatitis, what's going on? Seriously, they're both gone. They're both gone. So, I ask you, are we setting the bar too high, folks? Is it too much to ask that you don't poke your coworker in the derriere with an unsterilized surgical probe? That has actually happened. Don't do that. Number 23, violation of organization policy against sexual harassment and other forms of harassment. Bullying is a form of harassment. Now, what is bullying? Bullying is not like, right, Omar, I want you to give me your milk money, your lunch money, yeah. Or, you know, hey Trevor, we're gonna rumble in the parking lot of Denny's, yeah. Look, that's not just bullying. Bullying is where you ask a coworker a question and you get one of these. Like, right? That's not okay. You're gonna stop asking, and that's gonna make it harder for you to do your work. Just kind of menacing or disrespectful or discourteous or just flat out unhelpful, unwelcoming behavior is not okay. We are adults here. We need to help each other. I do not expect you're going to have that experience, but it is not okay. It is not okay to be harassed at work for any reason about anything. Now, if somebody actually comes to you respectfully and tries to actually correct what you're doing, that is not bullying, right? That is you needing to take some feedback and understand, learn a little bit more about your job, and you know, we need to learn from each other. Let's talk a little bit about sexual harassment. Sexual harassment we need to think of in the same context when we think about bullying or any other kind of hostile behavior. Sexual harassment is a hostile behavior. Sexual harassment is something that creates a hostile working environment. It is not okay. So let's break it down a little bit and talk about three on the continuum. We have a lot that we're hearing in the public around crimes related to sexual assault. Sexual assault is a crime, so it's treated and needs to be reported as such. Then we have the next step down where there's no actual physical assault, but there is persistently menacing, unwelcome, blocking, harassing behavior, comments, lewd, unwelcome, persistently, and you need to report that. If you see somebody else being harassed, you need to report that. If you see two people engaging in consensual behavior, which seems, let's just say, highly inappropriate for the workplace, you need to report that. Now you can also go and speak to people directly. I don't want to preclude you from doing that, but if you are if you don't feel safe in doing that, there are ways of reporting that, like through the compliance hotline or through your direct manager. But there's also another level down. let's talk about this for a moment. We are Kaiser Permanente. We have 3,700 staff. We have a lot of folks here who are part of families, right? Husband and wives, right? They met each other, their kids work here, all kinds of people getting together at Kaiser Permanente. That is none of our business, right? So, but there is a point in which it becomes a distraction in the workplace and needs to be dealt with. Now, this is your first day. So I'm thinking that at the top of your list is probably not like, who am I going to get with in my department, right?